Okay, can everyone see me? Hi, hello. Finish that up. Okay, so before we start, I'd like everyone to just put in the chat what you currently do. What's your current career? Can you just let us know? This is what I currently do, XYZ. This is also how we get to connect with people, right? You never know who is watching. So just drop in the chat what your current role, your current job, what you're working on, current role, and just put it in the chat first, just as a way of warming up everybody. If you're a product manager, put it right there. If you are someone who is an operations person, put it in the chat. If you're someone who maybe yours is something in finance, for example, maybe yours is in banking and finance, just put it in the chat so everyone can see, okay, this person is in my field, so you can know how to connect and how to, because we're building a community here. So can we just do that in the chat right now? I'll be watching, just recording now so that we can see who and who is with us here today. Okay, data analyst, lovely. Thank you. Okay, who else? Who else? Okay, hi Favor. Agri-business investor, also a French educator. Oh, lovely. Software engineer, IT intern, graphic designer, video editor. Okay. Quite a diverse group we have here today. Let's keep it coming. Real estate professional and media personnel. Let's keep it coming. Business analyst, marketing, data analyst, and Power BI developer. That's a mouthful. All right, let's keep it going. Operations consultant, okay, operations manager, real estate consultant. Okay. Who else we have here today? Creator and video editor. Okay. So everybody. Okay, so we can just like that already. I'm teaching you something that I'm going to explain more when we get to that aspect in today's webinar. But that's an example of what it looks like to network. You must be able to talk about the things that you do, right? You must be able to talk about the things that you do. It's really, really important. Really important. So don't mind me. I'm looking at, I have like multiple screens. And this is my camera. I also have here, I'm also reading your chat. I'm also trying to make sure that I keep track of everything in the slides, but it's going to be really, really engaging. All right, so just off the bat, you can already see we have one data analyst, another data analyst. So that's two data analysts. We have creator and video editor. I think I have two of those. We have already two people who are in real estate. So you can already see that there are people already have their tribes forming. Okay. And this is very, very key. We'll get to that part of the masterclass, but one of the things that you must learn when it comes to if you're trying to scale up your salary from where you are to where you want it to be, you must learn how to network properly. You must not be afraid to talk about the things that you're doing, even if you are doing it at a lower level at this point in time. But you must be vocal about the things that you do. Okay, so what is this masterclass we're having? It's called Breaking the Career Ceiling. So it is learning how to earn more, get hired faster, position yourself for global opportunities, and starting from where you are right now. So what's the first thing? What's the whole point? What are we looking at here? Why this whole webinar? So number one, if you're working very hard and it looks like money is still like an issue, you've not been able to scale your income upwards, even though you've been working really, really hard. So it might be that there is a leverage thing. There may be a leverage issue. So there are a couple of boxes that you may find yourself. So number one, it could be that you got the job, but maybe the salary barely covers the month, right? I don't know how many of us are in that place. I know I've been in that place before where it's like, oh, I have the job, but the salary it barely covers what I need for the month, right? And it feels like, oh, how can I ask for a raise? You know, because it almost feels like, oh, they were doing me a favor, just getting me in here. So how can I ask for a raise? I mean, how many of you have been in that kind of position, right? So maybe another one could be that, oh, maybe you do great work, right? But then when it's time for promotion, you cannot remember half of what you did. So now they said, okay, promotion time, peer review time. Now you're struggling to remember specifically the things that you did. Some people have also been in those kind of places, right? I know people who have been in that place. Like I talk with a lot of guys and just be like, I can't even remember. Like, oh, did I even do anything? Right? That's a very common phrase. Oh, what did I even do? Right? Did I even do anything? They struggle to see how to connect what they are doing to the overarching goal of the company. And it's like, oh, if I can't see what I'm really doing that moves the needle, how can I ask for a raise? How can I ask for a promotion? How can I even, it even comes up in interviews, right? Sometimes people apply for roles online and they don't hear anything back. Or sometimes you watch other people land remote jobs and you're like, is it that there's something that they know? What information are they selling to these people? What information are they giving them? Where are they getting the information that I don't know about? So if you've had any of those thoughts, if you've been in any of those boxes before, this webinar is for you. So I want to open up your mind, open up your heart, open up your ears, really listen to what we're talking about today. Okay, so issue, just like I say, it isn't a talent problem. A lot of Nigerians, I'm speaking to a Nigerian audience right now, a lot of Nigerians are not necessarily lazy. So it's not really about like a working hard thing. It's just usually a position problem or a negotiation problem, those two. So what the whole point for this webinar is that we're trying to close a gap between the value that are being paid for and what you can prove, what you can actually deliver, and for what you can prove that you're delivering, because there's a gap there. So it's a positioning issue, it's a negotiation issue. I want to show you how to close that gap today. Okay, so number one, in case you don't know me, who am I? My name is Israel. I'm the visionary. I believe that everything rises and falls on leadership, and your career is one of the first things that you should lead in. So I'm a leadership coach, consultant, trainer. I'm the founder of Visionary Leadership Academy. I have background in cybersecurity. I've worked for the big four, one of the top 4 professional services companies in the world. I work for an international company as well. So I have background in what it looks like to scale up your income and even in international markets. So that's who is speaking to you today. So pay attention, right? So what are the 5 things I'm going to cover really quickly, right? It's not going to be really long, but it's going to be packed. Number 1, I want to show you how to get paid what you're worth. So you need to learn negotiation. Number 2, we're going to talk about a performance page so that you don't forget the things that you've done, so that you don't lose it to memory, right? Because sometimes it may not even be like you've forgotten it entirely, but you've forgotten specific details that could be the leverage points that you have. So those are some of the things that you also want to look out for that we're going to explain today. The next thing is I want to show you how to reach out to recruiters, how to craft compelling messages that would help you to really hit what you're supposed to hit. And then the final thing, we look at, global roles. How do you position yourself for remote roles and all of that? And finally, how to use AI. If you don't know how to use AI, I'm not talking about those just put it. I'm talking like you actually understand how it works and know how to leverage it. It becomes like a superpower for you. So I'm going to cover all of that in a couple of minutes. Okay. So number 1, let's talk about negotiation. So what are some of the things that keep people underpaid? I will go over them one by one, and I would show you some word-for-word scripts that you can use so that you don't just say yes on the spot, right? So number 1, never accept the first number. A lot of people, one of the mistakes that people make is that they accept the first offer. Don't do it. Let me give you an interesting one. How many of you here have followed your mother to the market? I'm sure you already know where I'm going to, as I've already talked about. How many of you have followed your mother to the market, even if it's not in recent time, like early on when you were younger? And you follow your mother to the market, and she went to this place, maybe a place to buy you Christmas shoes. You're excited. You go with her, let's go and get your Christmas shoes. You're like, hey. You enter the market or Christmas clothes, wherever. You enter the market, and she sees one person. You see one very nice shoe. Mommy, I like this shoe. All right, let's go. Follow your mom. Then she gets to the place. Said, my guy, how are you? God bless you. Ekweleo, which is Yoruba. Sanu, which is Hausa, whatever, right? Well done. I hope you're okay. They say, how much is this shoe? And I say, madam, this shoe is 10,000 naira. It's 10,000 naira. Madam, it's 10,000 naira. And let's say, this is 20,000. Shoe don't cost for market. Shoe don't cost. It's not expensive. I say, 20,000 naira. So something that is just 2,000 naira. Hey, then in your mind, you just start like, looking at this your mother like, from where to where? From 20K to 2K. Mommy answer. But your mind, you just compose. Don't expose your mouth. You just compose in your mind. And you look at her like, how? Yes. That was your first interaction. That was your first engagement with what it means to negotiate. Now, more often than not, if you realize one of that interactions, it's usually not the one that sounds ridiculous that she calls are usually not where the number, like maybe somewhere in the middle. That's what everybody eventually agrees on, right? But it shows a very important principle. The first offer is almost never the best one. It's almost never the best one. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. You can't use the first offer to base, because by the time you look at your mom and you'll be like, wow, after everything is done, she has cut it. Maybe at the end of the day, she got it for like 7.5 or something. Imagine cutting that from 20K to 7.5. That is master negotiation skill. See, if you want to learn negotiation, many times you just need to remember those interactions that happen when you follow the one to the market. So one of them is that you don't accept the first number. Sometimes you look at how many of you have been saying, let me give you another technique. After she's pricing, and the person is not budging, she will not do like she's walking away. Oh, okay, well, I think we will not buy this thing again. No problem. And she will not do as if she's about to go. Sometimes she may even go, and she will go round. She will not come back to the first place, that place that she left initially. She's trying to do something. She tried to give silence, then comes back with a counter offer, just a little bit above what she was suggesting before, and the deal is done. That is how you negotiate. You don't just accept the first offer. It applies the same thing in the corporate environment. You don't accept the first offer. I hear what I'm saying? Really important. It's not the first offer you go with. Having that kind of mindset, you don't need to be in a rush. And it's something that I like to tell people. Don't be desperate when it comes to taking offers. Don't enter desperation. Let me tell you why. If you try to seal up deals with desperation, more often than not, you will regret it, because not every offer is a good offer. In the sense that, you may say, oh, you know what, I'll just accept it, it's fine. But if you've not done it in such a way that your value is seen and known, many times there are already indicators whether the company is not a great company for you. Because if people are not willing to negotiate and look at you and say, okay, we really value what you have to offer, and we're able to, okay, can we match this? Can we talk about this? All of that. If you're not able to do that, it may already be a red flag to let you know that this company, they don't value the people here. Just carry yourself and walk, run. They don't value the people here. So it may already be. So that's what I mean when I say not every deal may be a good deal for you. Do you understand? So you mustn't accept the first number is not always the best one. It's not always the best one. Sometimes a counter offer can help it move it more in your favor. Okay? So that's key number one. I'm sure you're getting something. Number two, many people negotiate on need, not value. So let me give you another one. So people want to negotiate, maybe higher pay and all of that. I start saying like, sir, country hard. This country is hard. So you understand now. I have to do this, I have to pay for this. Country is hard. Look at the economy. You see, if you come with that approach, you're already lost. That's not how to negotiate. Because everybody's acting within their self-interest. So you can't just come and say that, I have needs, I need to meet this need, I need to meet this need. And sometimes people don't even say it directly. It's just the way, the aura that they use to have the conversation. They're already in a need-based type of thing instead of a value conversation. If you remove yourself from the value table and you start talking about it in needs, you will never get a good offer. you will not get a good offer, period. So instead, you should be talking about certain things like, now, how much, this is the revenue I've saved. This is the time I've saved. Oh, between this time to this time, because of what I've done, I've been able to save the company this amount of money. Or I've been able to increase what the company is earning by this amount. And now you're talking. Somebody will not pay attention. One of the things I tell people early is that a lot of career people don't understand that a business is a business. What is the job of a business? It's to make profits. So if what you are doing, if you don't have a way of tying it to how the company is making profits or how you are helping the company to make profits, you already know you don't have a convincing conversation. You don't have a convincing conversation, right? So you must negotiate based on need and not necessarily on you must negotiate based on value rather, and not on need. Not on need. You must negotiate based on value. You understand what I'm saying? Really, really key, really, really important. So the final thing is that a lot of people do not, a lot of professionals do not have a record of their wins. You know, their wins are not documented. They're not documented. So people ask like, okay, why? Why should they increase it? Why should the pay be increased? Why should it be promoted? Or maybe I even interviewing for a new role entirely. Like, why should it be you? Why should they hire you? I know people don't have answers to that question. They don't have answers to that question. So by the time I end this webinar, I'll show you like some scripts that you can use, right? I'll show you how to get certain scripts that you can use for this negotiation process, right? But the first thing that you can take right now that I've explained to you is that never just have it as a principle once and for all. The first offer is almost never the best one. You can have a counter offer. And there are different ways to make counter offers, right? There are other things you can bring to the table to stack up the value in your favor. For example, there are companies where instead of just salary, they now talk of stock options, right? So those are the additional things that you can add to the table and stack it in your favor. So it's not just salary. In case like, okay, maybe salary conversation is strained and everything, but I'll talk more on that by the end of this webinar, how you can even explore that this section more, much more. So the next thing I want to now look at, right? So we've tackled the first thing. The second thing I want to now tackle is your performance page. Your performance page is a living record. It's like where you store, it's like your store of value, right? It's your store of value. So everything that you've achieved at work, everything that you've put together at work, it is kept by you for you, right? So all the problems that you've solved, all the processes that you've improved, all the money that you've earned or saved for the company, your certifications, before and after, in numbers, in dates, all those kind of things, you need to have it in its place. It's not your CV, right? Your CV kind of takes your CV, for example, you extract the top performing ones from your performance page, then you now put it into your CV. That's how it works. So, but you need to have a document where all of this is kept. You get what I'm saying? You need to have a document where all of this is kept. It's really, really key. So, for example, when it's time to maybe interview for something, or you need to have a raise or something like that, it is from that document that you start to pull all of that from, right? It's from that document that you pull all of that from. If you don't have that, then you already have, like, there's already a problem. There's already a problem there. A problem. Okay, so it's very, very important. So how do you work on this? Well, what does it look like? So let me give you an example. Let's say, you know what, let's take something from can someone tell me maybe something that you worked on within the last 1 month, right? So I feel like, okay, this was a great accomplishment for you. So I want to use a certain framework to help put that into a proof point for you. So can someone let me just take someone from anyone from the audience. So just tell me maybe something significant that you felt you contributed to your workplace, maybe within the last 3 months, right? That you contributed to your workplace. Can I just put it in the chat so that I'll use that as a practical example, very practical example. I want to just show you what that looks like ASAP. So let's wait for That will be the first person. So I'm giving you expo already. First person, first person, first person, first person. Okay, waiting. Okay, is anyone putting in the chat? Let's get to the chat. So it's something I feel like you've contributed to your company within the last, let's say, 3 months, right? 3 months, I feel like, okay, this is something that you've done, right? So I feel like this is a significant thing you've contributed to the organization. So let me use that to explain how you can turn that into a proof point. So anybody, you can choose, I mean, from your data analysis work. Okay, so David put that rebranding your company's website. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's take rebranding the company's website. You need to now look at it this way, right? What was the problem? So because as a professional, you're not someone who is just, you're not doing things in limbo arbitrarily, right? You're not doing things arbitrarily like, oh, you're just doing it. You are doing it in response to a problem. You're trying to meet a need. You're trying to solve a problem. So you need to first ask yourself, okay, what was the problem that you're trying to solve? Right? So, I mean, there are different reasons why you could redesign a company's page. It could be that it's not generating enough traffic. It could be that, yeah, let's just say that it's not generating enough traffic. So when people come to the page, right, or the page is not converting enough. So people come to the page, maybe you put your website somewhere and they're like, oh, visit our website to get this or to learn about this, da, da, da. You put it out there. People now go to the website and as soon as they enter, maybe the website was not done very well in the past. Just get to it and just like, oh, what's going on here? It's not well designed. The colors are all over the place. Bad fonts, everything. Like, it's not even straightforward. I don't even know where I'm going to, where I'm coming from. Everything is just, all over the place. Then you redesign it. After you redesign it, you now check, okay, what now happens after I did it? Are people able to now get to the places they're meant to get on the website? Are people maybe booking more calls with us? Are people maybe buying more products from us from our site because that's what we designed? So you track all of that. When you track that, you now look at it before and after. Then you turn it into a statement that, oh, I redesigned the company's website, and that increased our conversion rate by this number of percentages, right? And you put it down. You see, when you're now talking like that, because I keep saying this thing, guys, if you're a professional, you are working for a business, you need to start thinking like that. If I'm someone who owns a business and two people come to meet me, and one person says that, oh, I designed my company's website. So I'm looking at you and I'm asking your accomplishments. What are the different accomplishments that you've done? Let's say you're coming from a company, you're trying to pivot to a new company. One person A comes and says that, oh, you know what? I redesigned our company's website. It was beautiful. It was great. Person B comes and tells me that, oh, our company's website, we had a problem. Our company's website was having this percentage of conversions. After I redesigned it, it's now started to get this to this percentage of conversion after immediately, maybe by 3 months or 2 months after I redesigned it. Who do you think the person will pick, A or B? Let me hear it. A or B? Who do you think will be picked, A or B? You don't tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, though. Tell me the truth. Who is the person? Is it person A that will be chosen, or is it person B? B. Okay, Steven says B. Sam says B. Of course, it will be B. Right? It will be B. Right? Because the person has turned it in such a way that it is clear what they did and how they turned that into a proof for the organization. Those are the kind of people that companies fight for. You understand what I'm saying? They fight for them. Okay, so that's what you want to do. So don't leave it to your memory. Don't leave it to, oh, I'll remember, because you may forget sensitive details. You may forget those numbers. Those are numbers. Those are things that's data, qualitative data. So you need to have that. You need to be able to document those things. So as a professional, you are looking out for those kind of gaps. Do you understand what I'm saying? Very, very important. Very, very key. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. Yeah, I hope you're getting some value. Yeah. So let's move to key number 3, reaching out to recruiters. How many of you have met maybe a recruiter before and you got like silence from them? Has anybody experienced that before? I want to see if we're in good company. I definitely have. Okay, Tabani, Steven, okay, Sam, all right, Yoma, all right. Okay. So I guess people have experienced that before. Okay. I want to let you know that it's normal, right? People go through that. But there are ways that, because at the end of the day, it's a human being on the other line. But you can increase your percentage of success. So that what I want to teach you is look at to how you can frame what you're doing to make sure that when you're reaching out to a recruiter, these are the exact things, right? These are the things to look out for. Okay, so I'll just give you a little bit of that so that you use that whenever you're reaching out to a recruiter henceforth. That's the language that you should have when you're reaching out to them. So what's the first thing? Some people, this is what they said. So now in this one, nobody should raise up their hand. If you've ever experienced this before, it's okay, right? Or you've done this before, it's okay. So people say things like, "Oh, hello, sir. I'm interested in any available role in your country, in your company. Kindly consider me. Thank you." You see this, people will think that these people don't send this kind of messages. People have sent me this kind of messages. So I know what I'm saying. People send this kind and they're like, "Oh, I'm interested in any available role. I'm Bobo Nishe. I can do all things." So guys are checking me. I can do anything. Just consider me. Help my life. Yes, you have messaged recruiter should help your life. It's generic. It's not specific. And one of the issues that you've had is that you've not mentioned a specific role, you've not mentioned value, you've not mentioned proof. So you see why the previous slide that we spoke about, you see why that slide is important. If you don't have that, because everybody, when it comes to organizations, they are objective oriented. Organizations are objective oriented. We have targets, we have things we're trying to achieve. So it's not based on sentiment. It's not just because you look good. It's not just because you sound nice. No, can you deliver? So if you've not been able to turn it into a proof type of system, right? You've not turned it into a proof statement. What are you going to use to talk to the recruiter? Just hold on a second. I think. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think someone was saying they had. Okay. People are joining in now. All right. Welcome. I think I can see Constancy. Welcome. Priscilla. I have additional people join us. Priscilla, welcome. I think some more people will check. Okay, just welcome. Okay. So I continue. So if you've not done that, it becomes hard. So look at a great example, right, of some of the ways to message a recruiter. One says, "Oh, hi Ada," specific. "Oh, I saw you hire support analyst. I cut response time 30% at my current role. I'd love 10 minutes to see if I'd be a fit for your team." Do you see the difference between "I beg, help my life" and this one? Look at the difference. He names a specific role, what exactly they are targeting. He names the person they are messaging, the specific role they are going after. He leads with a concrete result, and you are asking for a clear ask. You see, when you're trying to message recruiters, many times you're not just saying that, "Oh, I'm trying to apply for this. Put me inside. Just drop me inside the company. Throw me inside the company like that." Oh, you're asking for, because you don't know, and this is something that I want a lot of people to embody. Not every company is a great fit for you. Have this at the back of your mind. Okay, let me ask you, how many of you have worked for places and you wish that, oh God, why did I even work for these people? What kind of company is this? Have any of you worked for people like that before? If you are here, just raise up your hand that you have experienced that and you'll be like, God, why? Why am I here? Why am I here? Exactly, because it's not every company that is a good fit for you. You too feel like I'm a prize. At least you are working on yourself, you are building yourself. You should also think of yourself, I'm a prize too. We should have a mutual conversation. This is what I'm bringing. Do you too? What are you bringing? Let us see if we're a good fit. So that having that kind of good, healthy self-esteem reflects the messaging that you send out to recruiters. They can smell it a mile away. They can smell the one that I said, oh, just help my life, just go anywhere. Just put me anywhere. I'll be there. It's better to be a gatekeeper in the house of XYZ company than whatever. That's not how you should have. That's not the mindset you should have. So hi, I saw that you're hiring this. Hi, Israel. I saw that you're currently hiring this, right? In my current role, I was able to do this, and I would love to have maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your time to see if I'll be a good fit for your team. Obviously, they're hiring, so they are looking for a role. Obviously, right? So it's not just, you're not just messaging random people that they've not put any job posts. No, that's a different level of audacity. And if you can do that, I applaud you, because some people have gotten roles in that way. But I'm saying that based on just a normal progression of things, you saw that they are currently hiring for that role, and you saw that you're a great fit. So instead of just, because I'm giving you a great secret, let me just point this out to you. There was a report by Harvard and Accenture. Yes, Harvard Accenture. I think Accenture is also a professional services firm. So I read through, I was glanced through the reports, and one of the things that people started to realize is what the study pointed out was that many times is not when you are applying for roles and applying for things, the initial point many times has already been filtered so much by AI, and many people don't even get any cut above that noise, right? So it already just cuts people off. So you see a large number of people just apply. You see, like, maybe open LinkedIn, you see, oh, 20,000 people have applied for this role. If you know how many people AI has cut in that list, maybe because a particular keyword was not there in their resume or their CV or things like that, it actually cuts people. So one of the strategies that you must now learn to employ is relationships. Building relations, so sending messages directly to the recruiters. Now, not every recruiter's information will be publicly available, but if they are publicly available, reach out to them directly. So already you have taken out a certain proof that you can show that, oh, based on where I am, I'm able to achieve this result for you, right? So yeah, they're not starting from limbo. They're not just starting that, okay, I mean, yeah, obviously think what you can do. Say, like, okay, this person could be able to do. Let's just have a conversation. And so some people can say, okay, drop your resume and let's schedule the call. They'll go over the resume and you have a call. And many people have landed great jobs just that way, because they were specific and they had a clear ask. Conversation. Many people will not say no to a conversation, especially if it doesn't take a lot of their time. So in case you are here and you have messaged people before, you got silence, I hope you are seeing some of the things that you can better improve. Because the whole point for this is so that you can see things that you can start acting on right away. Okay. So let me look at this. Okay. So that's fine. So let's move on to the next key. I'm trying to see if we can keep this within an hour, because I know that this is Friday. Everybody has amazing things they're doing their Friday. Maybe somebody's going out this Friday now. So let's do the things that will help your life and your career. They can go out and have fun, right? So next one, key number 4, position for global opportunities. Before I say anything, the first thing I want to do is I want to pump faith inside your heart. People, you can have global roles. You can have roles outside of Nigeria. You can have roles outside Nigeria. I say it again, you can. That limiting belief is what has stopped you. Let me explain something to you, and I hope you never forget this thing I'm about to say. Opportunities that people have, or people get and lay hold on is very much dependent on the size of their hearts, how big or how narrow their heart is. If your heart is not big, a massive opportunity can be in your front and you walk past it. You will never even apply to it, because as soon as you saw it, you've already disqualified yourself. You've already said that, oh, no way, there's no way I could do it. There's no way they will ever pick me, right? And you just disqualify yourself. I've seen more people disqualify themselves from things more than they've gotten rejection email. And it's one of the things that rejection email does to a person, right? When you apply for something again and again and again and again, soon enough they reach a particular point where it's just like, you know what, I'm not applying anymore. Yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. But you can't be tired. You want to break out and earn this kind of salary that you're looking for, you can't be tired. Right? So what I want to do first is that you must reposition your mind to the fact that it is possible to actually earn in foreign currency from Nigeria as a Nigerian legally, as in your career path. Because there are people doing it. You need to understand there are people doing it. People are doing it. You need to have that mindset. If somebody else can do it, I can't do it. I see some people that will tell, oh, try and apply for this. Oh, try and do this. They already just lock themselves out without even trying anything. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. So let's settle it once and for all. You can so type in the chat, I am worthy of global opportunities. Write in the chat, I am worthy of global opportunities. Write it. Let your heart start believing this thing. I am worthy of global opportunities. Write it down. I'm worthy of global opportunities. Write it. We need to write that down before we move on to the next thing. I'm worthy of global opportunities. I'm worthy of global opportunities. Yep. Write it. You're believing, you're trying to change something in your heart. You're trying to shake up something. Maybe this could be the limiting belief that has stopped you this long. You are worthy of global opportunities. You are. Who else? Why not you? Who else should they give? Why not you? Who else? Why not you? Okay? All right. So now that we have that down, okay? We have that down. What's the next thing? Give me a sec. Page. Let me just refresh my page. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about it. So local pay, global pay, it's the same set of skills. You know, one of the things I realized is that when people start to interact with maybe people who have gotten like remote roles and everything, one of the things that I've seen a lot of Nigerians just get angry. They just start to be angry. Do you know why they're angry? Because it's like, the thing you are doing, the thing I'm doing, it's not the same thing. It's the same thing you're doing that I'm also doing. Then you just start get angry. Just angry. Don't be that person. If somebody is successful, but don't be angry. Ask questions. Ask questions instead. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. Because many times the same set of skills. Not all the time, but many times it is. So how do you position? Number one, be findable. Oh my God. I remember a mentee of mine. I think we're talking about something. And you know, we're just talking about different things. I'm like, oh, let me even see your LinkedIn. What does your LinkedIn profile look like? LinkedIn profile does not have this current picture, a professional picture. It doesn't have. The LinkedIn profile does not talk about, at the header, does not talk about what he's doing or what he's looking out for. It doesn't talk about it. A LinkedIn profile is not up to date. It's about sections not up to date to show his current interest and the current trajectory he's envisioning for his career. It's not there. And I said, so how do you expect yourself to be targeted by global companies? How? Definable. Let me give you a cheat code, right? Who wants this cheat code? I'll give you a cheat code that you can use right now. That it will change your mindset. Who wants this? Right? Who wants this? Google your name. Today. Google your name. Just now, Google your full name. Google it now. Just open your browser, like as we're talking right now. Google your full name. Google your full name. If your name is not appearing, if you like your person, if either your profile, your LinkedIn profile, or something that is directly related to you particularly, if you can't see it in the top 5 things there's problem. There's already problem. Oh, there's already problem. Maybe, okay, you say, oh, my name is very common. Maybe I'm like David Mark or something, right? Oh, my name is too common. You can put David Mark there. You can put your career, your industry, or whatever. David Mark, let's say educational consultants, right? I'll put it there. If you are not showing up in the top 5, there's already work to be done. It means that you're not findable. You're not findable. So you need to work on your LinkedIn. You need to work on a portfolio, right? If you're someone who your particular career requires a portfolio, work on it. Number 2, speak the market language. Many people you're not showing the result and the numbers that people care about. You're not showing the outcomes that you're not talking about the outcome that people care about. You're not talking about it. You're not talking about it. So I look at, for example, the person I was talking about, I was like, wait, you've done this. Why do people not know? I'm hearing this for the first time. Imagine I was hiring for this role. You've never put it out there. You've never written an article about it. You've never written a LinkedIn post about it. You've never shared somewhere about it, that this is what you're capable of doing. These are the things that you did. Those things that we spoke about as proof, right? If you can turn them into stories that you can speak about, people start looking for you. If you have no track record that is speaking your market language, how do you expect them to find you? Because like I said, people are outcome oriented. Businesses are outcome oriented. They have goals. They have KPIs. They have things they're trying to hit every quarter. So you can't expect that they'll just come just because you are a nice person. No. They are going to hit them because you can help them hit those numbers. You can help them hit those targets. So if you need to start speaking about it, start speaking about it now. Okay, if you don't believe what I'm saying, let me show you. Anywhere on the internet, just put Israel Adeloye leadership consultants. Israel Adeloye leadership. Just put it. No, put it. If you saw my name in the first 5, type yes. Type yes, I did. Just type yes, I did in the chat. That's why Israel Adeloye leadership consultant, Israel Adeloye leadership. Just put it there. Israel Adeloye visionary, right? If you just type it on Google. Do you see my name? Do you see me? Or something that's in my profile in the top 5. If you did, just put in chat that yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You will see. Because this is what I do. It's what I do. It's what I do. So it means that even if, let me even give, oh God, I'm giving so much sauce, man. Oh God. Like, do you know why this is so important? It's because as people start even interacting with AI, and this is even on a bigger level, right? This is way beyond just career now. It's just a side thing for coming online for this webinar, right? Let me give you this tip for free. As you keep going on in life, people will stop researching things the normal way, to be through AI. And AI is pulling out, is extrapolating data from many of these touch points. So it means that if they are checking, who are some of the best leadership consultants in Nigeria, I want my name to start reaching to the top of that list. So what I'm putting out needs to reflect that over time. Because soon enough, people are not going to stop Googling it. They're going to be asking ChatGPT. They're going to be asking Gemini. They're going to be asking Claude. They're going to be asking Claude about that. So I want to be at the top of that. Do you see? That's how to think as a global professional. That's how to think. So it saw the results in numbers and outcomes that translate anywhere. Number 3, target remote first companies. So if you're looking for, you need to look for companies who they have like remote first policies. So there are many of them. You can find them in different places. I'll talk about where you can see some of those particularly right at the end of this webinar. But you need to target those kind of companies where maybe they are HQ. Sometimes some of these companies, their headquarters is a virtual office, right? So they don't even have physical, like lots of physical offices, or they don't have like a headquarters that is physical. So those are some of the places you look out for. Number 4, also build proof of trust. I mean, reviews, referrals, a track record, right? You need to have all of that down. Somebody says that, you did this very well. Find a way to just collect that information and just collect it. I say it somewhere. My manager at so date mentioned this. Just keep it in your that performance page, right? Because you will need it later on as you're having conversations in interviews and they're talking about that. Oh, this is, they said, oh, as a matter of fact, I was able to do this. And one of the feedback I got from my manager at this particular time was that this and this and this and this. Boom, now you're talking. Now you're talking. You get what I'm saying? So this is how you position yourself globally. You need to be globally relevant. In the world of today, there's no reason. I keep saying there's no reason why you cannot be globally relevant in 2026. There's no reason why. You need to first, that's why I first started with belief. If you don't believe that about yourself, there are certain things you just not try. So now that we've talked about that, you need to now try those things, put this into work, put this into practice, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in globally relevant skills. Invest in globally relevant skills. Man, I'm on fire this night. I really want you to succeed. So you can see the passion behind it. I want to succeed. All right. So let's talk about 5-1. So AI to move faster. And I've said this again and again, and I will keep saying it. The people who know how to use AI would always, the person who knows how to use AI would out-earn those who don't. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. People who know how to use AI, they would out-earn those. So it is not first like, oh, will AI replace me? That's not your first concern. Your major concern should be the people who are using AI, will they take my job? Yes, they will. If you two don't learn how to leverage AI to use your work, to do your work, or to augment the work that you do. If you don't, the people who are using AI, they will take it. They will take it. They will take it. So you already have a head start. Okay, you have a head start. So you need to use AI to move faster. So what are some of the things that you can use in AI for your work? Just really quickly, tailor your CV. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the job postings that you have, they're not the same. They're not the same. So you have a particular job post, have a particular job post, have a particular job post. They are not the same. So if you know that they're not the same and you have this number of experience, you need to be able to tailor your CV to match the particular job that you're trying to apply for, right? So you can leverage AI to do it. You can put your CV there. Oh, I'm currently applying for this. I'm giving an example of the prompt, right? I'm applying for this role currently, and this is my CV. I want you to tailor this CV to match this post. Here are some of the accomplishments that I've done that are relevant. So this is where you pull out from your performance page system, right? Here are some of the relevant proofs and things I've done in line with this thing. So tailor the CV and put it there, right? And letting work is magic. So imagine doing that. So because now you're not just submitting a generic CV for every role, you shouldn't do that. It's something to be dependent on the role that you're going for, Tailor your CV to the role. Okay. The next one is to prep for interviews. This one is really, really good. You can use AI to prep for interview. Be like, oh, I'm currently applying for this role. This is the seniority level. This is where I currently am. Ask me possible interview questions. And ask me for possible interview questions. I'm going to provide the answers. Then after I'm done, give me what would be even better responses. Easy peasy. Put all of that together and start doing it. So you can prep for interviews. You can drop recruiter messages. So just like, for example, the one that I explained to you, you can even draft some more clear, more specific ones, right? The final way was to do your job better, obviously. You have things that are doing that are repetitive tasks. You can get AI to do that for you. Okay? There are many places, right? If you go on TikTok, I just put that, maybe AI prompts to do XYZ. Go on YouTube, AI prompts to do XYZ. You would find a whole lot, right? If you can take all these pillars together, put them to practice from now. No procrastinating. You can put them to practice from now. Even just from this, I can already see your career already skyrocketing.